question I thought was really interesting. So one of our Revelana clients she's in a salon suite, and she's really having a hard time herding the cats. Like the people in the suite, she's given free consultations away, free treatments to the people in the suites with her. She's trying to co-market with them, but they're just not responding the way she wants them to respond. So I'd really be interested, Lou, in your feedback on that and how she can get things rocking and even leverage that environment.
Okay, so great question. For those of you guys that don't know what a salon suite is, it's a concept that came to market, I don't know if it's 10 or 15 years ago, where these real estate developers started building out these kind of like mini malls where they'd have like a kind of like a suite with like 50 offices. And it would be one hairstylist, one esthetician, and one injector, and one massage therapist, one naturopath. So kind of a variety of people, because there's a lot of synergies there. And so that's a salon suite. You know, you rent it for $800, $1,000 a month. And so this person's asking, well, gosh, you know, how can I leverage that? How can I get these other people I don't really know to send me some business because I got this opportunity? So I've got a lot of friends and a lot of graduates that have gone through this. I know people that have failed and succeeded. So the people that are kicking butt and doing it right, here's what they're doing. A, it's really easy to walk around to 20 of the providers and say, hey, I'm Louis. If you could send me some people my way, I'll throw you a couple of dollars, blah, blah, thanks, have a nice day. But doesn't work because, you know, we're all about people by people. So imagine if your best friend was a hairstylist in the salon suites and you're like an injector or laser tech, and you collaborate with your best friend, and anybody who comes in for the hair cutting, you know, the hairstylist mentioned, oh, have you ever had Botox before, whatever. Of course, because you're buddies and they're making a $20 commission, they're going to send it to you, but nobody else will. So it's the vibe, it's a connection that you have that gets you the referral business. So on that note, if I was in your shoes, I would make it a personal mission to get to know all 20 people. And that's not easy. You can't do that in one day. It's going to take time. So my goal would be, okay, each day I'm going to focus on one person, that hairstylist, that dentist, I'd walk over, I'd introduce myself, maybe bring a little gift basket, some homemade brownies, cookies, whatever. Hello, you know, get to know them, a schmooze first. Just a schmooze, just introducing yourself. Then I would plan to come back and see them a week later. Hey, I got a really cool idea. You know, how about we do this? Anybody you send me, I'm going to give you $25 or Botox for cost or whatever your deal is, and then vice versa. So it's not just what you're going to give to them, you know, it's what they're going to give to you. So it's a mutual relationship. You both have a financial interest and incentive to send each other business. And that would be the avenue I would take. And keep in mind, once you get that client that first time, okay, it's up to you to create the loyalty, keep them coming back. So I think it makes more sense to pay a little bit more to get that first client, you know, and not necessarily money for life. So if somebody sends you a Botox client or this or that, you don't need to keep paying them every single time, just that first time. So give them a little extra. You know, maybe let's say you're doing Botox or lasers and your average treatment is $500 and your profit to you is $300. Well, you easily, on a $300 client, could afford to give them $30 or $50. Easy, because, you know, there's no marketing cost. So I would give them like a lot of money in the first one, like $50 the first one, but nothing on the follow-up visits. And now you've got a client for life that you can cultivate. Erica, what would you do?
Boy, that's a good question. Well, I think one thing I really love that I've learned from you is how friggin' effective the events are. So I think I would even start with that, not a sales. I agree with you. It's just like, hey, this is what I do. And then even the thing that I'm noticing from talking to everyone is you're good at talking about the equipment you have. It really is important to hone in on what you specialize in and get your story straight before you talk to anybody. You should be able to sum yourself up and even narrow down what you do to your favorite choices and just say those favorite things. And you can always say, the equipment I have does 3 million things, but my favorite things is 1, 2, and 3. Like I rejuvenate eyes. I do eyes, mouth, and jaw lines, you know, like I specialize in working with people who have this condition, right? So if you can pick 1, 2, or 3 things, and that's it, and then let that unfold, like Shrek says, it's an onion, you know, we're like onions, let it unfold. Because if you just blah everything, they're not going to think of you for anything. So really try that and see if that happens. Get your story straight, get to know everyone so you can sum yourself up like that, and see if you can watch our videos, bring it up in the meetings if you have any questions, the sessions, but learn how to put an event together, because you can do that. That gets you to bond with everyone. Can give away freebies, and God, the fun you can have, especially in a salon suite, is amazing. So
Yeah, Erica,
that's
one
what
thing
I
you
do.
said really resonated with me. You said, don't be all things to all people. Kind of like, jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah, if somebody knows you do 12 different things, they're not gonna remember that. So ask yourself, what do you want to be the expert on? What do you want to focus on? If you've got 10 services, which one really excites you, whether it's because of a passion or money? And when you introduce yourself and you tell them you're doing XYZ, say, but I really focus on this, because you want to get people in the door for whatever you love, whether it's cool sculpting or Botox, laser hair, but whatever it is. So I'm a big fan of you guys branding yourself as the expert at something. There's no right or wrong. It's whatever you like.